Ooh, I'm excited to work on some personal projects today.
James,
What?
aren't you getting in the meeting?
What meeting?
The meeting that we have right now.
For work?
Yeah.
No,
No?
because I quit. What's up, everyone? My name is James Q Quick, and I do weekly videos on web development related topics. And it's not just about programming, sometimes it's about careers and jobs. And I recently quit my job for another one. I'll tell you more about that in a second. And I apologize for like the cheesiness and the dramatics of the I quit post, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to play with. And then I figured this would be a way for me to give you insights into kind of my personal decisions, what went into me leaving, and tease a little bit about what I'm going to be doing next. So if you have any questions about why I made the decision that I don't cover here, if you have anything extra that you want to know, let me know in the comments below. I think it's really important for me to share, not only to help kind of a connection between you and us as a community, but also to kind of help people that are looking to grow in their careers. So let's start by what was I doing? So I was a developer advocate, or I started as a developer advocate in 2020, January 2020. And this was just before COVID. As a developer advocate, my goal would be to go and speak at conferences, to do video content and live streams and that sort of stuff, and general engagement and support with the community. Obviously, the conferences got kind of cut short, so I did a lot of video content. I've focused a lot on our video stuff with YouTube, and I did some stuff on Twitch as well. Obviously, I do that with my personal channel a lot, so it kind of made sense. And I ended up getting a promotion to become a developer media manager, just kind of a way to kind of recognize me as an individual contributor, working down this path to kind of grow more as a leader, specifically around the video and the media content. And I first and foremost want to say I love Auth0 as a company. I love my team, the developer relations / developer marketing, broader teams. I'm really excited about what they're doing, and I'm not making a decision to leave because of being upset about anything there or being upset with anyone there. I have nothing but really positive things to say about Auth0. So if you have not checked out Auth0 yet, it's one of the easiest way to add authentication to your applications as a developer. So you should go and check it out. If you're interested in working at Auth0 and you reach out to me and you want to know what I think, I have nothing but positive things to say. So I just want to make that really clear. But one of the things I realized when I got to Auth0 was this was the smallest company I had ever worked at, which at the time was like 600 employees. And I kept hearing people that had been around the company for 4 or 5 years talk about what it was like in the kind of earlier days when they were younger, they were scrappier, they had a smaller team. And I was always really intrigued about what that would be like and how tight you must get with people when you're just that much smaller than we were at that point. So I think I'd always kind of wondered, at least early on after joining Auth0, about what that might look like for me next. And to be quite frank, like I've had lots of people reach out in DMs and LinkedIn, and lots of other people have these too, for other job opportunities. And I basically just shut them down for the time being. But I came across an opportunity that was the ability to work with a couple of former coworkers, and that was really interesting to me. I'm not going to say who that is yet. Teaser, you'll have to come back next week, and I will announce it on the channel. So come back next week. But that opportunity to work at a much smaller company, a younger company, and be a part of that growth, be a part of that early on scrappiness, that intimateness, if that's a real word, is something that I was really interested in, and specifically added some urgency because it was with some people that I knew I would enjoy working with. And ultimately, that's really what the decision came down to. Again, it wasn't anything I wasn't happy with there. I went through some transitions with Auth0 being acquired by Okta, which was really kind of cool. I mean, to have that be a part of a company that was acquired for a few $billion or whatever it was, I think was pretty special. But I was just looking for something younger, scrappier. And I think this is kind of my perspective of I want to grow more than just video content. I want to kind of learn more about what it's like to grow a company. So I'm interested to have conversations about that and kind of see what's out there in that regard. So that's kind of what's top of mind for me. One of the interesting things for me is that my wife had actually just joined on my team doing events and sponsorships for Auth0 a couple of months ago. So we've been working like really closely, spending lots of time together, kind of getting her caught up into like the tech ecosystem and the events and stuff and sponsorships that we do. So she'll continue to do that, which means I have a gateway to Auth0 and my colleagues and friends there, which is actually really neat. And then Jess and I can still continue to work or talk about this stuff in our walks and things that we do on a regular basis. Also, for what it's worth, I will continue to be in the developer advocate realm space title in my next role. So anyway, I will make an announcement next week for who that is. But in the meantime, if there's any questions that you have of why I'm leaving or things about how to make decisions for careers, let me know in the comments below. The last thing I'll add is I was kind of uncomfortable with this decision, mainly because I was leaving a really good team. But I had to kind of take my own advice that I would give other people, which is like, you never know when an opportunity might come about that's just the right opportunity. And sometimes you have to take a little bit of a leap to make that happen if you think it's the right thing for you. So this is definitely a little bit of a leap. I'm definitely leaving an amazing team, people I am excited to meet and hang out with, honestly, in the future at conferences and things like that. But it's an opportunity for me to kind of grow, to force myself into a new position, at least in terms of a younger company, and hopefully force myself to learn a lot more, not only from like a business perspective, from a product perspective, a new domain, talk about that next week, but just general career growth. So I am really excited about it. Those are the things that were in my mind as I went through this transition. Honestly, I lost a lot of sleep about it while I was kind of figuring out if this was the right thing, but it definitely is. So like I said, if you have any questions, if you have any additional comments, let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer or address any of them. I appreciate you looking or checking out the video up until this point, and check back next week and I'll let you know where I'm going.